before the court's interpretation of the phrase any agreed person, which of the following might have been an agreed person? So before the interpretation, this was there. The words any agreed person at the very start of the said section can be interpreted to mean any person, especially since there is no provision under the IPC or CRPC which bars or prohibits any person from lodging an FIR regarding cognizable offense. But however, the court opined that this aggrieved person is qualified by the subsequent categories. So if you don't look at the subsequent categories, it could be any person. Any person can file, can lodge an FIR. So therefore, the answer is it could be this also, it could be the mother also, it could be a bystander also, because the beginning of the section does not prohibit any person. So unless it is let's say interpreted by the court, it could all of the above could fall under the aggrieved person category. So answer is D. Under what circumstances could the court have quashed the FIR in the aforementioned passage? So please understand what is happening in this passage. The petitioner is saying there are two FIRs that has been filed. So the current one was in 2022, and I think the current is in 2023. Right? So there are two FIRs. What does the court say? The court say that the FIR dated this, which was the first one, was not lodged by a competent person. So therefore, we are not considering it at two FIRs because the first one was not filed by a competent person. So this is the main logic of the court. So if you have to quash this above mentioned passage, if you can prove that the first one was filed by a competent person, then this argument will go for a toss, and therefore the answer is B. Because in B, if this is true, you're saying the first FIR was filed by a competent person, and the FIR contained ingredients of a cognizable offense. So it was a valid FIR. So therefore, the two FIRs theory will come into picture. In this case, the court said the first FIR was not filed by a competent person. So this option B takes care of that. So the answer is B. Okay, the conversion has taken place with around 50 other such people in a ceremony. Can X file an FIR as per the passage? As per the passage, is she the aggrieved person? Yes, she is directly impacted. Is personally aggrieved by his or her fraudulent conversion. It is fraudulent conversion, be it an individual or in a mass conversion ceremony. So yes, it satisfies the conditions. Therefore, the answer is yes. And this is the correct answer. The correct answer here is C. Which of the following is false according to the passage? Now, in the passage, the court has said that the first one was not lodged by a competent person. The second one is, and therefore that is legitimate. So the second one is legitimate. The first one is not. Therefore, this is false. The second FIR was not considered legitimate. This was considered legitimate. In fact, second one was the only FIR that was considered to be legitimate. First was not filed by a competent person. Therefore, no question of two FIRs. So this is false as per the passage. Which is the likely sequence of events in the aforementioned passage? So it was easier to establish a relationship between, let's say, so first of all, there was one FIR which was filed. E would have happened first, right? Then there was another FIR which was given C. There was demand to quash. So D and A, I am 100% sure this is a relationship between D and A. The D can only come before A, and the second FIR could come before the first FIR. So ECDA, this is the relationship, right? Now they're talking about a specific religious conversion. And then TT Anthony case. Now in the passage, we know TT Anthony case happened in 2001. Here, the current FIR happened here, this particular thing. Right. So yeah, so Anthony happened before these chain of events here. So there's only one case where F comes before this. So this is the correct answer. It says TT Anthony case. Okay, it would have happened. This particular FIR is on a religious conversion. This would have happened after that. That is why you're quoting it before this. And then ECDA. So the answer here is this one, option number A.